Welcome back, everybody. I miss seeing all of you in real life. But today we're gonna stay at home and we're gonna bake potato bread. We're gonna make them today in your kitchen with things that you have around your house. First things first, as always, bloom our yeast. I've got 1 tablespoon of dry yeast, and we're gonna add in a 1/4 cup of warm water, not hot, warm. Okay, add that right into your yeast. If you have a cute little spatula, this is the perfect time to use it. You want to make sure no dry yeast gets trapped in there. So go ahead and give it a nice stir. And then we're going to let this sit and get nice and bubbly. Next is milk and butter. We're going to heat it up. Milk and then butter. 5.5 tablespoons of butter. You're gonna put those right together, and then I'm gonna pop this in the microwave. All right, this has been in the microwave for about, I did 30 seconds, I stirred it, and then I did another 20 seconds, so depending on your microwave. Again, I can feel that the milk is pretty hot, but the butter hasn't melted yet, so I'm gonna just let this do its thing here. Let our trusty mixer with the dough hook attachment. Right in the bowl, you're going to add flour, salt, sugar, and your potatoes. The potatoes, I just peeled them, cut them up in chunks, all about the same size, and then boiled them till a cake tester came out clean, or if you have a fork, until a fork comes out clean. And I just used a masher and mashed it all up. And then you're gonna do 3/4 packed. So this is a 1/4 cup. So you want to pack it here. We're going to put our dough hook on and give it a stir. While that's mixing and doing its thing, you can check on your milk butter mixture. It's looking perfect. The butter has melted. And it's not super hot to the touch. It's warm. It's like a body temperature, which is great. So we're about around 100 degrees. And then go ahead and just add your yeast right in there. And we need to get our eggs together. So I have 1 whole egg and 5 egg yolks. That's why this bread is so good. There's 5 egg yolks in it. So now add your eggs 1 at a time. Next, we're gonna take our liquids and slowly stream them in. Okay, we've got a raggedy ball here. We're just going to bring it all together. Still a little bit of flour that didn't get mixed in, so we'll just put that on top. You don't need to knead this for a long time. We're just trying to get all this dry flour incorporated. And once it becomes a smooth ball, that's it. I still see a little bit of dry flour. I didn't even add any flour to knead this. We don't want it to get too dry. So that's it. That's all you have to do. Get a bowl, pan spray, plop your dough ball in there. Cover with plastic. And the trick comes in handy with all doughs. Make a circle, outline the ball, put the time. Here we go. And now we're gonna let this rise. If you can put it in a warm place, that would be better, because this dough takes a while. We want it to double in size, so it should fill this whole bowl up. It's gonna take at least an hour, maybe even 2. So I'll see you in a little bit. Welcome back. It's been about an hour and a half, and our bread is getting big. So we've doubled in size, and now we're going to shape the bread, and I've got a few different options here for you. I'm gonna do a few of the rolls. Now, normally what I would do is just weigh everything, but not everybody has a scale at home, so just try to make them, you figure they're gonna double in size and then they're gonna puff up when they bake. Let's go ahead and roll, roll, roll. And I'm even doing like a C now because I'm just doing it really light. And now you can see there's no hole. It's a little bumpy on the bottom, but that's okay. And it fits right in there. I sprayed these really well with pan spray. Okay, now to form the loaf, I have one of those halves, and I didn't really put any more flour because it's a little sticky and that's what you want. And that's gonna go into my glass loaf pan. I did pan spray, a strip of parchment paper, and then more pan spray. So you can fit that right in there. Last one is, we're gonna do the pull apart buns. If you feel it starting to stick, don't sprinkle a ton of flour on it, just flour your hand a little bit, and that will be sufficient with this dough. Okay. So I made the dinner roll one a little bit smaller, not a ton smaller. Then this one, we're going to stack them with some room to grow. It's been 1 hour. I have everything sitting by the oven, so it's nice and proofed. Let's see. Ooh. So there's our dinner rolls. Ah. Our sandwich bread and our pull apart buns. So I like to spray them with pan spray, or so this has canola oil in it. It gives it a little color, not too much, but then it also keeps a soft texture. So for these ones, I'm doing an everything spice that I made, and I'm gonna give these all a nice, generous sprinkle. Then I'm gonna do a little bit of sea salt. So the oven is preheated at 375 for a home oven. I'm gonna pop all these in. The rolls are only gonna take about 10 minutes, and then these other two are gonna take a little bit longer. We did it! We made potato rolls. So these little guys only took about 10 minutes. These bigger ones took 15, and this loaf here took about a half an hour. Ooh. So let's get into this. Look at this. I'll show you. There we go. So fluffy. Just put some butter on there. Let's check these ones. Look at that. These are awesome. Whoa. So there you go. Potato rolls. Who knew?